Tyler, he will hog the shisha unless you ask for it, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, you need to ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna
He
destroy
will
my
smoke the
lungs.
whole thing.
Your mum didn't beat you enough when you were younger.
Oh, she did.
Did your mum beat you?
Did my mum beat me, bro?
We're gonna get Auntie on the podcast.
She still does.
Let me. She wishes she can't touch me now. She hit me now, I'll be like, hey, I'm immune to that and no effects.
When my mum hits me now, I pretend that it hurts just to make her happy. I'm like, oh no, stop, please, please. And I just see like a glow in her eyes.
One story I have from growing up here, my mum used to have allegedly, used to have the habit of beating me with whatever was in her hand whenever I pissed her off, right?
Yeah.
And so at one point, she may or may not have whooped my ass with a DVD case. I made it work.
DVD
I promise you
She just
today,
used the edge of it.
hand on heart, DVD case. Ask me which movie.
Avatar?
Nope.
What, Bad Boys?
Nope.
Who knows what?
Wild Wild West. I can't look at Will Smith the same ever again. Ruined. Absolutely ruined.
I think this guy needs to become a staple in this.
My mum,
Like, you need to be a staple.
my mum, obviously used to beat me, and now she talks about it like it's a happy memory. She's like, "Do you remember that time we were in the car and I had to stop on the side of the road and beat you up on the M25?" It's like that was a happy memory maybe for you.
You stopped on the hard shoulder. And
My
she
mum
beat you.
stopped on the motorway to beat the crap out of me and my brother.
What
'cause
were
we
you
were
doing?
fighting.
Yeah, innit?
Me and my brother were kicking each other in the back seat.
That's so fun.
Do you remember in the back seat of a car when you would just take one side and you just start kicking each other
I
in
never
an
did that.
argument?
Only
Just
child.
aiming for the face. Oh yeah, so you didn't have this.
Did you ever sleep on the mid? You know the thing that comes down in the middle,
The armrest.
the armrest.
Oh,
Did you ever
yeah.
sleep on that?
No, I just sleep
A
on.
few times.
A few times. So what we
Few
used to do when we were kids is I'd put my head on first. My brother put his head on top of mine.
Mm.
But because the other person's head would always be uncomfortable because you're resting on someone else's, he'd slap me or I'd slap him.
Why?
I don't know, but that was funny.
Were you beaten as a child?
Yeah, I got beaten once.
Good.
Once or twice.
Once or twice? Ah,
Nah,
that's
I
rookie
did
numbers, man.
get beaten.
Of course you got
Allegedly.
beaten. Look how well mannered
But-
he is.
Mm.
The biggest one was when I scratched my dad's Porsche.
Oh my god.
Worst possible. That is the one that sits in my memory.
Yeah.
Jesus. My dumbass was like, oh, hey, let me go get my bike out.
Yeah.
Walk into the garage, car's there. At this point, I don't even think I'm allowed in the garage by myself, but my logical head was like, yeah, let's do this. And I just yanked the bike. I just yanked it out, and there's this scratch, or there was a scratch along the side of the car. Didn't
Mm.
know until we went to pull the car out.
Fuck.
All I saw was a hand, and then I was just in my room. I was just locked in my room. That was it. It was insane.
So he knocked you out.
Didn't knock me out. I think I've omitted it from my memory because it was
Right.
that disturbing. He kept the scratch on the car for 10 years.
My man made you look at that
Dirty.
for 10 years.
Every time I got in the car, look at it.
Damn.
I'd own
And-
it. I'd be like, yeah.
And the scratch, when I was a kid, it looked huge. The scratch was as big as the phone. Yeah, it was on one body panel. It could be easily replaced or painted over. He kept it for 10 years.
That's
I think he
petty.
only got it done a couple years ago.
Your dad
Fixed a
was
couple-
really out here on psychological
Wow.
warfare, man.
Yeah.
Art of war.
Hitting you would be the easy option.
Here's another one. I used to have like a bookcase next to my desk.
Yeah.
I got PSP for Christmas, right?
Right.
Small thing, you could put it in a case, bam. So I used to play it when I used to do homework.
Mhm.
And whenever I heard someone coming up the stairs, I used to just slam it in. So I put a cushion at the back, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
couldn't hear it hit the back of the wall. Go back to homework. He caught me one day. Right, he went in and he walked out, and he had the thing in his hand. He turned around and he threw it at the window. And the thing went through the window, but he thought he threw the PSP and he threw the hard case. The case that he bought that's virtually indestructible.
Yeah.
And he threw it through the window.
Yeah.
But the window was open, so it went through the gap and onto the roof.
Shit.
It was hilarious. Because I'm like, oh, where's the PSP? Okay. So I climb out onto the roof, I grab it, come back in. He's looking at me like, are you a muppet? Like, do you not get what this whole point is for?
You really just climbed out onto the
Just
roof,
climbed
like.
out onto the roof, got the PSP, came back in. And then a couple weeks later, he finds Nintendo games in our pond. And he blames me.
So after he was dashing things out the window,
Nintendo games in the pond.
Well, you made him throw it there.
I did not. And he was like, Viraj. I'm like, Dad, I haven't used the Game Boy in years. Why do you think they're here? These are games that I would never play. Why would I dash Nintendo games?
Why did you throw it, Viraj?
I did not.
I think you
To
did.
this day,
I think his dad.
To this day,
To this day.
I did not. No one knows how they got there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's probably a pit where we filled it in underneath the tarmac road with just Game Boy games. I'm telling you, it was the old owners.
I love it when people play psychological warfare with people, right? My grandparents just don't like each other, right? They're still together, but they don't like each other.
Okay.
So they just do little things to ruin each other's day. I remember once we were in my living room, and I was sat with my granddad in the living room, and my nan walked in and goes, "Oh, where are my glasses?" And they were right next to my granddad, and he went, "I have no idea," and just put them behind him, right? And then she was like, "Oh, okay," and she walked out, and he just went, "Huh," and winked at me, and just continued with his day. Little things, just to ruin their day.
That's so funny.
My man's really out here. Small wins. Yeah.
I asked my nan once, "Why don't you just leave him?" Right? And this is what she said. She was like, "Leaving him would be the easy option. I want to be the last face he sees before he dies." So she's dedicated her whole life to making his life a misery, which I think, round of applause. A life worth living.
You're the only one clapping here.
I think that's a noble cause to live your life.
To fuck up someone else's.
Yeah, because she has direction.
She has purpose. She's
Yeah,
a
she
North
has
Star.
purpose. Listen, it's hard to have purpose at 80 years old. At least she has one.
Wait, I don't even know what to say to that one. To be
I
honest. That's a
don't
bit
know
mad.
either.
I was sat in the car like, fair enough, I respect it. It's just sticking
Jesus,
it out.
really? Yo, she's pissed if she dies first.
Oh yeah, then the whole thing is a waste. But
Yeah.
I think she'll be fine.
Do you think he'll on the funeral day? Touch wood, that never happens.
It's gonna
Um,
happen eventually. but yeah.
Eventually, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your granddad's gonna be like, "Yeah, I got you now."
I just think he'll just probably. I think they. I don't know, man. I don't know with them. I don't think they've liked each other for at least 40 years.
Was it an arranged marriage or a love marriage? The fact I even know the difference is a problem, but let's sidestep that.
There was no love marriage back then. It was more like you, now.
Was there like introductions and stuff like that?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
If
I'm
you never
assuming there
taken
was.
interest-
I'm assuming there was. It's complicated, isn't it? Because that was his second wife.
I see.
His first wife is my mum's biological mother.
Oh, this is the granddad.
Yeah. This is my granddad.
You heard about the granddad?
My granddad.
Nah.
My granddad was cheating on his missus with my mum's biological mother for 40 years. That's confusing, isn't it? Proper
Mindfuck.
confusing. And
What?
then-
Nah.
This man played a game of Inception
Alright,
for
cool. Hold on.
years, decades.
I'm gonna need you to show you're working out.
Right. So my grandparents, right? So my biological grandparents have a baby. That baby is my mother. She's given up for adoption, and basically immediately they go their separate ways.
Yeah.
He remarries. Mum doesn't know she's adopted for the first 21 years of her life.
Shit.
And then one day, this Donny comes to the door and says, "Yo, I'm your dad." Right?
Yeah.
That was her granddad. In this time, my granddad had remarried, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we built a relationship with them. That woman he remarried, I call grandma, right?
Okay.
She never built a relationship with her biological mother because they just didn't get on, right? And then we find out he was having an affair, essentially, for 40 years with my mum's biological mother. One married to this other woman. And when we confronted him about this, for the life of him, he couldn't work out what he had done wrong. Not a clue. Like, looking at us like, I don't see a problem.
Do you think people that cheat think the same way?
No. All right, let's talk about this. Here's the difference between when men and women cheat, yeah?
Oh, here we go.
Right? When a man cheats, he knows he's done wrong, right? Deep down, he knows he's done wrong. When a woman cheats, it's everyone else's fault apart from her own. She'll start blaming the relationship, she'll start blaming the guy, but she'll never accept responsibility. Whereas I feel like most men know that they are doing something terrible.
Don't look at me. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Yeah,
I said what I said.
You ain't getting me in trouble today. You mad? I here looking at me to say something. What the fuck?
Tyler.
Your thoughts?
I'm a guest, bro. You man carry this show.
Bro, we're carrying it today.
I'm only here part time.
I said what I said.
Fuck.
On that